Straight up, and we are live.
Yeah.
Nothing is over. That's what I call a fucking show.
It is going perfect.
We don't masturbate.
I'm trying to make the shit sound fucking contentious.
That we're just better than you. Put your fur boots on.
Hey, fool, you ready for another beating? You should have never came back.
My name is Bill.
You think I'm fit to eat truly like you, eh?
I'm your genetic jackhammer. You will worship me.
I love you, baby. Right, folks, how are we doing? Welcome to the Nothing Is Over podcast with me, your host, Robert Kelly. What a bumper show we have. A lot to get to. Big, massive wrestling segment coming up at the second half of the show, but first, a little bit of a personal update. Started on my brand new weight loss journey. I hate when people call these things journeys. It's a fucking discipline. So I started off roughly about 10 days ago at 199.4 pounds. My absolute fat bastard cut-off is 200 pounds. I just caught it. I am currently sitting here in front of you now at 193 on the button. So that was good. Training has been lacking. I've not been hitting the bag, I've not been running, I've not been jiu-jitsuing, but I have been DDP yoga and bang! I have been doing that, yes. And I've been also, very crucially, I've been doing my 100 push-ups and 100 curls at night time before I go in my bed. That I think is very fucking important. Every day that's hanging out the top of me. Every single fucking day I know I need to do it. And break it up into 5 sets of 20. It's not as bad. Just fucking wee bump, wee stretch, back down again. Doesn't take long at all. That has been very crucial because my diet has been about 60% good, which isn't great. I'm trying to eliminate all processed foods, back to just meat, eggs, fruit, and veg. Meat and chicken. Right, but meat, chicken, eggs, fruit, and veg. That's staple fucking diet. But right now, I'm eating bread, which is horrible for you. Nobody should eat bread, ever. It's fucking delicious. And sausages, black pudding, all these things. And I'm like, oh no, it's good protein in it. I'm like, shite, it's fucking bad for you. It's just, no, just back to basic foods. Because I've felt a real dip in energy when I've fucked up in the last couple of weeks, eating cakes and shit like that and donuts and things, and just thinking to myself, oh fuck it, I'm depressed because I'm in between jobs and blah blah blah. I just deal with it through eating because I feel good. No, I feel fucking 10 times worse the next day. But you know, the food addict in me wants to just that immediate gratification. And like I spoke about on the show before, we, specifically as men, I know there's female listeners, but as men, we need to learn delayed gratification, and that I need to earn the donuts and Danish pastries rather than just having them and thinking, oh, fucking, I'll hit the bag later and then end up not doing that. So you just get fatter, get rid of all that shit. And the energy levels just immediately come right back up again. See, when you get right back on a good, clean diet, because I felt it there. I felt just sluggishness and just the laziness creeps in. Exciting fucking news. I've got my wee in for a full week. Our Ma's away on holiday, so it's going to be me and her for a weekend, a full week. Oh my god, so much stuff. So I need all the fucking energy that I've got to keep up with her and do all the cool fun stuff that we're going to do together. So just back to basics. My energy levels will come up, get the workouts in as best I can, adapt them to having the weigh-in. Food is key. Just meat, eggs, fruit and vegetables. Talking of which, I watched a new Netflix documentary from the Untold series, the Liver King. Fuck yes. We all know who the Liver King is. Do you know what? Let's just play the trailer for it, and then we'll talk about the Liver King. Right, let's go.
Liver is king! Liver King here. I've been working out for the last 35 years.
It shows, bro.
The last 15 of those years, I've been living an ancestral lifestyle.
White vegetables.
Have you?
What?
Eat testicles.
Yes, why eat vegetables when you can eat testicles?
Disgusting, yet very ancestral.
Business has been growing 12% a quarter, every quarter.
We have videos with hundreds of millions of views.
Primals.
New levels of invisibility.
Light it the fuck up.
That kind of feeling is dangerous.
I don't think anybody was ready for what was going to come out.
Does not want a
How all the
t-shirt, this
eyeballs
man.
on you.
People would come to me and say, bro, like, come on, he's on steroids. And I would say, no, man, he's not.
For the record, I've never taken steroids.
We saw existing customers drop. The messenger has killed the message.
Anybody with eyes see he's on fucking steroids for day one?
Results, and it is shocking to say the least.
Did you mislead people?
Yes. Yes, he fucking did. And you know what? I don't hate him for it. I don't have anything against Liver King. Right, confession time, gang, confession time. I, your host, indeed did try raw liver when the Liver King was popping. When the Liver King got really popular, like 3-4 years ago or so. As part of our great friend Jamie McKenzie's workout class, there's also a food group that goes with that, and you post pictures of what you're eating just to keep yourself accountable. And I would consistently make everybody else in the group sick by showing disgusting plates of chopped up raw liver and blood. The reactions just weren't good. So I did try it. I expected to eat that and end up like the way Popeye does when he eats his spinach. Didn't work like that. I didn't notice any discernible differences, to be honest, so I stopped it. Anybody who takes these Instagram influencer fitness people right to the letter is fucking stupid anyway. The whole point I've always thought is that with these influencer type people is you take wee bits for each one of them, and if it fits your lifestyle and what your goals are, then you make it work to that. But this is all just a thing because of steroids. The fact that he ever fucking denied that he was on steroids is bonkers to me for a start. Look at him. Look, he's 45 years old now, right? He's vascular as fuck. He's jacked. 5% body fat or something. His abs are ridiculous. And I understand why people are mad because they're saying, oh, he is marketing his physique because he never wears a t-shirt, obviously, as you can attain this by living the way that I say, which is, you know, you fucking no phones, you sleep on the ground, you put your feet on grass every morning, you sun your balls, and you just eat meat, bull testicles, and raw liver. And you can look like me. Well, anybody who fucking believes that is stupid for a start. That guy, I don't care how much steroids he is pumping into his arse, you don't look like that overnight by just pumping steroids into your arse. You need to put the fucking hard work in. That guy puts the work in. I never ever thought eating raw liver is going to make me look like him. It's going to give me abs like him. But what he did do was inspire me to do different kind of lifts. I saw him do deadlifts. I saw him do that fucking barbarian thing where he's dragging a weighted vest, he's dragging weights, he's holding dumbbells, and I've done stuff like that because of him. So I've taken inspiration. I don't give a fuck that he's on steroids. When we get down to it, he's not a performance athlete, right? So why the fuck do we care that he's on steroids and it's a debate? Look at him. He's clearly on it. I don't know why he's denying it. Is he denying it because then everybody else thinks that that's a cheat code? It's not a fucking cheat code. It's an enhancer for what he's already doing, but it's not a cheat code. It's no Captain America's fucking superhero serum. Doesn't work like that. Get what people are mad at because he lied. But anybody who thinks did anybody see what the ancestral tenets are? Let's have a wee swatch and see what they actually are, right? Let's ask Grok, what are the 9 ancestral tenets. Grok is loading. The 9 ancestral tenets likely refer to the framework from the ancestral health or paleo movement. Eat whole, nutrient-dense foods. Move frequently and naturally. Sleep in alignment with natural rhythms. Right, so that is aim for adequate high-quality sleep, ideally synced with circadian cycles. Example, sleeping when it's dark. Right, fucking well in. Get sunlight and nature exposure, hence sunning the balls and putting the feet in the grass. Build strong social bonds, foster community and relationships, reflecting the tribal structures of early humans. Right, no sure about that one. Practice intermittent fasting or caloric variability. That is a good one. I do intermittent fasting. I have been skipping the old breakfast and eating later in the day. That does help. I also like getting a wee workout in the morning. Fasted feels better. Manage stress effectively. This is a fucking fun one. Reduce chronic stress through mindfulness, play, or other practices, as high stress was rare in ancestral environments. High stress was rare in ancestral environments. You spend your entire day worried and stressed, anxiety out your tits that some fucking saber-toothed tigers is going to eat you and your family. What are you talking about? Challenge your body and mind. Engage in physical and mental challenges, learning, problem solving, or strength training. Yes, to stay resilient. And the number 9 is live with purpose and adaptability. Align actions with personal values and remain flexible, as adaptable was key to survival. I agree with most of that, right? I mean, what the fuck can you... It's always better to get back to basics, back to nature. He took it to the extreme where he's a multi-fucking millionaire and he's sleeping on planks of wood under a certain level because, you know, you be grounded more to nature and no phones, everything goes into a lockbox thing that cuts off all the frequencies. And I kind of get that stuff, but nobody's going to do that, really. Nobody's really going to go to the lengths. He's the extreme version of it, telling you eat bull balls and fucking eyeballs and just doing in eggs like 3 at a time with a shell still. I tried that as well. Tried everything. It started off for me. Let me go way back. No, it started off for me drinking the fucking raw eggs because of Rocky, and ever since then I've just copied shit. So I agree with the idea behind it, but I would never in 100 million fucking years decide to follow it to the letter. But I'll take the good parts for it and adapt it to what I like. And that to me is, yes, I have done the carnivore diet because I copied Joe Rogan when he done it like 5-6 years ago. That helped me. I lost like 13-14 pounds of fat. Do that once a year. Kind of half fucked it this year, so next year. But again, adapted to that, and then realising that the best diet is just a nutrient-dense, whole food diet. So just, like I was saying, meat, chicken meat, eggs, fucking fruit and veg. And funnily enough, throughout this documentary, let's just spoiler alert, that's what Liver King realises at the end because he apologised for being on the steroids, and then that made, he didn't mean it, he's saying because he was he's mental health issues, and he's like 5'6" or something like that, and he's got height issues, and he's a small man syndrome, or that's pish, right? And I'll say that he blamed it on that. And now he's saying he's not on the juice anymore. Garbage. He's 100% still on testosterone. Of course he is. Look at him. He's still vascular as fuck. He's still pumped. He's still putting in the, as he calls them, blood-curdling workouts. Good for him. I don't give a fuck. It doesn't diminish his message to me anyway. Because I still, again, believe that is the proper diet. And I got it mostly for the shit watching for him. Was never extreme. Didn't eat raw meat. I did. I ate raw liver, but I didn't eat like raw steaks like he does with Chase Doon with fucking runny raw eggs, and never ate bull nuts. So I didn't go that far into it. No. The thing I want to get to here is it's this whole stigma about steroids. Even people like The Rock says he can't admit freely that he takes steroids. We fucking can see you, Day. We see you. I think all the wrestlers are on steroids now. They all look fantastic, right? But I think they should all come and say, aye, it's not a competitive sport, wrestling, in a way that I don't think steroids should be used in the UFC, because it is a performance-enhancing drug. Either they're all on it, or else none of them are on it. So you can't have them all on it, because that would be just too much fun. So you have to have none of them on it. But when it comes to like wrestling, when the result isn't the point, it's mere an entertainment thing, put them on fucking steroids. Your actors, that bugs me fucking most, I think, is when actors come out and say, like Hugh Jackman, when he just recently at 50, whatever he is, 7 years old or something, like, getting absolutely ripped to play Wolverine again, and that'll just hunt us a chicken and rice, bro. The fuck? Where's the fuck? And we know it wasn't. Don't hide it. Why hide it? Are they scared that they're going to create a bunch of steroid abusers? Is that going to happen? I've never tried steroids. I'll probably go on testosterone when I get to like 50, like most people do, I guess, but I would never bother trying it. I'd rather just create good, healthy, natural muscle, because I would be scared that when you're on that shit, you'll just own it. So I don't want to be reliant on something to have a physique. I want to build it and then keep it naturally, because I don't want it to look like fucking Liver King. You know, I would love to, but it's no in the cards for me, and I'm alright with that. And I don't believe that eating bull balls and his fucking, grass-fed liver tablets is going to get me there. Hard work is going to get me there. I can get to a physique that I'm happy with hard work and good diet and tips and hints for people like him. So I'm fine with fucking Liver King. I don't dislike the guy. I still look at some of his videos. He's funny. It's the hang up on the steroid use that I don't understand. I just don't get. Just admit it. Admit you're on the juice and come clean, because the other side of the coin is you're creating a whole bunch of people that think, or you think you're creating a whole bunch of people that are going to be like, I could look just like Hugh Jackman if I really eat a ton of chicken and broccoli and just hit the weights. No, you know. No, you know. Maybe if you're 20 you will, but no, at fucking 58, well, fuck it was. But that was interesting. I loved the Liver King documentary. I thought it was a lot of fun. The behind the scenes stuff with his family got a bit weird when they killed a bull, because he's got a ranch, free range, everything on it, and he just kills the shit and they eat it, and they do a wee ceremony after they kill. They call it Brother Bull. That was very touching. And then like a day later they go back to the site and they'll have like a prayer thing, and I'm sure they do mushrooms. I'm sure he was doing mushrooms in front of his sons. He's no exactly the moral compass that I'm looking for. Yeah, I think it wasn't explicitly said, but, and I've never done mushrooms. It looked like what I've seen mushrooms look like in movies, and he's got a wee bag of it, and then his chef Lionel, Liver King chef Lionel, is dressed like a shaman. I think it's him anyway, and they're seeming like they're doing, maybe it's ayahuasca. I don't know what ayahuasca looks like. It could be that. Like they're in a tent, in a sweat lodge tent, celebrating the death of the bull that they will be eating. And they ate its buzz fresh, by the way, right there when they killed it. The boys and everything just had a wee bite out it. One of the boys he shut his eyes and goes, ice cream sandwich. So it was a fun watch. I highly recommend it. So let's get to the main part of the show. Big wrestling weekend. We had Backlash, first PLE since WrestleMania. So, and then we got the Raw following it. There was a big combat sports weekend that I really should be covering, because there was a huge UFC fight card as well. New champ, Jack Della Maddalena, absolutely fucking annihilated Bilal Muhammad. But I've kind of fell out of the UFC. No, fell out with the fell off of watching the UFC. I think it's because my jiu-jitsu trainings fell off. So I feel guilty watching that a wee bit. So I'm going to get right back into it because there's a couple of big, massive cards for International Fight Week that's been announced, and so I'm going to get straight back into the UFC and we'll start kind of reporting on things like that and bringing some clips of that to the show. But right now we're into the wrestling. Hit it!
I love professional wrestling!
Me too, Michael Cole. Recently we had big pay-per-view of the weekend there, Backlash, the aftermath of the great WrestleMania. We're going to have a wee rundown of Backlash, everything except the main event, John Cena versus Randy Orton for the undisputed title. I'm going to cue that up and watch that live. But first, a documentary trailer appeared a couple of weeks ago and I wanted to bring it to the show about... This is a hard subject. As a lifelong, at least my adult life, like when you should love professional wrestling when you're an adult, right? And a real fan to you, when I was in my early 20s, deep diving on the internet that existed at the time about all the terminology, using the word angle and heel and baby face, like a fucking, I'm an insider, ugh. But you get to know all that stuff. If you're a real fucking diehard fan, and then you get the marks. It's just normal people who just enjoy professional wrestling for what it is, and you kind of know that it's no fake. It's not fake. It is not fucking fake. Predetermined, athletic, incredible, fucking greatest sports entertainment, the greatest entertainment, the last great American art form is what professional wrestling is, I believe. And there is the thing. There's the rub. I believe it is an art form, right? And this now is a dive into how the sausage is made at WWE. And I don't know if we want to know that. I don't know. Does it not kill the mystique of it all? Oh, let's just watch the trailer and see, right? I have watched this trailer, but I didn't really take it in. I was kind of fucking like, I don't know if that's the right thing to do. Because... I get it, Triple H has said many times, who was my favourite wrestler back in the day as well, he has said many times that we are in the reality era. And I get that. And, something could be argued that good old TNA started this, how many years ago, 10 years ago or so, when Hogan and Bischoff and Nash were all at TNA. A documentary kind of look about the backstage segments, and they would peer in the locker room. And I remember I heard, I'm sure it was fucking Steiner, somebody saying about a receipt, which is, somebody stiffs you in the ring, let's say, if they hit you with an elbow a wee bit too hard, they fucking lay it in there, you're like, here's one back, a real one back. You're not pulling your punches, you're not protecting the guy, you're fucking whack, a real one. So, somebody potatoes you. See, I learned all this fucking nonsense term Carney speak years ago, and you just know it if you're a big fan, but you suspend your disbelief. And so, we're in the reality era. And now there's a fucking documentary coming on Netflix about showing you behind the curtain. Let's have a wee swatch.
7 days a week, 365 days a year. This is a calculated, coordinated production. It's time. We're gonna lift the curtain.
No! This summer
of 2025. I want to put a rocket on your...
This is him backstage talking to one of the Usos. I don't know which one is which still. It's my fault. I'm not as invested in their storyline, to be honest, so... He's talking, I'm going to put a rocket ship on you, going to give you a push, like that kind of thing. And this is all terminology, obviously. They're going to say, right, we want you to be champ, let's fucking... And you can see that this is all stuff filmed probably a year ago. So then you'll be able to see the progression right up to where it is now. But I don't know if I want to see behind the scenes of this and see the big board up there with all the matches and the decisions made, and... It's kind of it's like the making of the movie, but you don't want to know how they made it because you want it to appear real.
Is everybody okay?
Everybody's good. Keep going.
Well, amazing. This is awesome.
See, it's like he's selling, which is, selling the injury. Like, if I know he's hit you, but he's not hit you as hard as he would in a real fight. And now you're hurt. but you're not as hurt as you would be, so you sell that you're really hurt in order to give him a wee bit of time in the match. This is all the storytelling element that blends with the athleticism, but right there it showed you Braun Breaker, who I fucking love, speeding that internet guy. Can't mind his name. High speed show speed guy, whatever the fuck. Spearing him. You can't fake that shit. You can't fake a cunt that size. He's like 6'1" or 2, ex-football player, American football player. And what is he, like 240 £? Would that look right? Just coming at you at the speed of fucking 30 mile an hour or something. How can you fake that?
Yeah.
And then you got obviously the big names coming in at the end there, The Rock and Logan Paul, Cody Rhodes, WWE Unreal. Only on Netflix this summer, right? It's one of the things where I love the art form for what it is, and I don't want you to tell me how you do it, right? I want to guess it. That's one of the reasons why I'm such a huge fan of Brock Lesnar, because I think he's so good at professional wrestling that I know that it's a work, right? I know it's a work and shoot. All that shit, right? I mean, come on, we all know what that terminology is. A work is you're in on it with the guy. A shoot is it's really hitting you. So I know that it's a work. I know that Brock Lesnar is a fucking pro wrestler, and I know he's amazing. But there was some time when he busted. I'm sure it was John Cena. He busted his head open, and it's like obviously behind the scenes that was decided between the two of them that they would do that. But I'm watching it knowing that happens, and I'm like, no, he really fucking hit him there. He really done that. Lesnar's out his mind. And that is how they get me. And I want them to keep getting me like that, because that's the fun of it. And after I'm thinking, I don't know, man, I think Lesnar really fucked up with that. Listen, you fucked up too many moves here, and then a real potato right between the eyes. Like, and somebody like Lesnar doing that, who is such a fucking beast of a guy, that's no playing around, that's no fake at all. And even though I'm watching it knowing, I'm like, it might still be real, but it's real to me. So, Backlash, what did we have? Right, first up, we had Jacob Fatu, one of the Bloodline guys, obviously, The Rock's second, third fucking cousin, or Rikishi's son, or who else could he be? Yokozuna's nephew, one of them, right? Versus Damian Priest, who famously now has been called the Timu Undertaker. I think he's kind of just like accepting that. He's wearing the gear, he's fucking doing the moves. I've never liked him. I don't know, I miss all these people when they're in NXT and they do these incredible fucking things in NXT. I miss it all. They get into the main roster, I don't understand them, and I just don't like them. So that's my fault. So, and then we've got LA Knight here. And then we've got Big Drew McIntyre. Right, fucking love Big Drew. He is probably my favourite right now in the whole company. He's the man for me, but I hate Fatal 4-Ways. I can't stand them. I don't ever like the rhythm of them. It's just, but do you watch at the right time? Is there something happening over there? I'm missing it. I fucking just don't like the layout of it. I don't like anything about it. Never have. But this was decent. This was a really good match. I think they've mic'd the ring posts, or at least have fucking pumped it up a wee bit, because every one of the thuds that we're getting from side to side and throwing Big Fatu into the actual post past the turnbuckles, you're really feeling the impact of it. So I enjoyed that. It was great. Hate this part, right? The sponsorships over the ring. Oh, now you know, if the great and powerful, the supreme leader, the inventor of the last great American art form, Vincent Kennedy McMahon, if he was still around, you wouldn't have all this Prime and fucking even Hogan's Real American Beer Morgan and Morgan. Did you see that advert for him? Morgan and Morgan lawyers, right in the middle of the fucking ring. At least the guy looked like Jack Tunney, who was in. No even wrestling related or anything. This is since the merger that's made TKO the massive parent company, the umbrella over the UFC and the WWE. UFC, obviously, I'm fine with it in that. When you see all the different monster and like the movie of the week and advertising the Octagon, I'm strangely fine with it there, because I think that's a real blood sport, right? There's real stakes to that, if you know what I mean. Whereas it's the art form of professional wrestling, I don't think it should be sullied with all that commerce. I think these guys who are here, they really are. I mean, both sets of guys are risking their health, but the guys in the UFC, MMA fighters, are absolute warriors, risking everything to fight, like gladiatorial, right? Let them fucking sponsor it, let them make a wee bit extra money. Obviously, it doesn't work like that. It's, you know, it's very corporate sort of thing, and very little money gets down to the fighters when you really break it down. But, you know, as an idea, I understand it, right? As they've got the fucking commerce and that side of it. But to me, professional wrestling is merely an art form, and I've never been a sellout kind of. I've never been into that. I just don't like it. Why the fuck do you need so much advertising? It's just too much. Prime is everywhere. You've got the fucking guy on the roster. Do you need to advertise Logan Paul's drink as well? But it's just on the turnbuckles. Seriously, there's no one bit of the ring that isn't being used to sell stuff to me. Vince McMahon would never fucking let this happen. Never in 100 million years. But let's see here. So I've wrote some notes down just so that I could kind of get what I was wanting across. Damian Priest, like I say, never really been into it much. Wasn't a fan of the Judgment Day. No. I think all the exposure that they gave the Judgment Day as a faction, if they wanted to give that to any faction, it should have been Karrion Kross and his missus Scarlett and whoever the fuck they got together. I'd never even seen them enough on TV to tell who they were, but that should have been the push they should have gave. No, this fucking Judgment Day, which has turned into something else now with the Dom guy and fucking Finn Balor. But the old school thing with Damian Priest, really, is he just really leaning into the Team Undertaker shit, isn't he? He's doing the move, only he's like crossbody half it. It's like, I don't like that. Big Drew, fucking flawless. With the wee segment that they had, the wee sequence of neck breakers, and then he did the kip up, which is unbelievably impressive for anybody to do that, let alone somebody his size. Fucking just the athleticism, just everything, the storytelling aspect of what Big Drew does. He's obviously got a thing with Damian Priest. They've been feuding for, they said something like 14 months or whatever. But it's just how he sells everything with him, perfect. Just absolute. Just I can't speak highly enough. Be a bigger fan of big fucking Drew McIntyre. LA Knight, he disappeared for a wee bit. I noticed in the match. I noticed as well the fitness levels were unreal. The pace was exquisite. Is that right? I don't give a fuck. It was the fucking, when they hit these sequences, one thing after another, like the turnbuckle thing, and fucking they folded it up, and then another move, and the other two came out. My God, oh man, just the pace, the fitness levels, just so impressed. I really did like this match. I thought it was kind of Fatu doing that fucking double moonsault thing. The Drew and Priest, when they headed out into the crowd, that reminded me of very Attitude Era stuff, and after the big soundboard thing, fucking loved all that. I thought that was connecting. Jeff Cobb, I don't know who he is. I googled him. I was going to say he's an AEW convert, but no, really. I know he wrestled in AEW, but he's more a New Japan guy, and they had a whole New Japan thing, so he wrestled a couple of times in AEW. He's big in all the places that nobody gives a fuck about. But here he is. But I did like the storytelling. I did like that with Fatu having the win handed to him by Solo. I love you, Solo! Him just fucking aggressively loving Solo for fucking forever. And now he's kind of questioning Solo, going, you've brought in a guy who pretty much does what I do. Are you bringing in my replacement Solo? Are you going to sell me out? There's a wee good bit of tension there. So it's the storytelling part I absolutely fucking loved. So, even though I really don't like Fatal 4-Way matches, that was a cracker to get the pay-per-view started off with. Loved it. Right, okay, so next up we had the women's match. Who cares? Skip. Penta versus Dom. Just I'm not a big fan of the luchador shit or that fucking spot monkey wrestling. I just don't like it. It just doesn't. I don't really get like the consequence of the hits. It just feels very choreographed and very rehearsed. And like I was saying, that's the art form. The art form of professional wrestling is doing something rehearsed but making it believable. Like they're actually hitting that person, throwing them, doing this. But it just seems to be more like a dance, less like a fight. I want to see a rehearsed, well-oiled fight that is purporting to be real rather than just a rehearsed, really well-rehearsed spot, and it's like there's no light to it, it's nothing. It's like the difference between old school special effects in movies and CGI. I love the old school. I love fucking stuntmen and made up sets and the shit really there. I believe that more than I believe the CGI painted out, everything's all well sequenced. Right, that's kind of like what I'm getting to. The Dom flying out the ring and the flying DDT was very impressive. Very, very impressive. I enjoyed that. But other than that, yeah. Pat McAfee versus Gunther. This is like celebs in wrestling, isn't it? As a Scotsman, I have no fucking idea who Pat McAfee is. No idea, but I have no fucking idea. Apparently he's an American football player. I know a lot of American football players do get into pro wrestling, but he seemed to just have appeared out of nowhere. I know he's famous in America. This would not be a question in America, but out here I'm like, who the fuck is Pat McAfee? Then discovered he's got a very successful podcast, cracking podcast. He's cracking. I love him on commentary. Just seen the last couple of weeks he's getting into it with Gunther because of the whole Michael Cole thing. That was all great. So it's led up to this match. Now, is this part of the whole thing? I don't like it again when you get celebrities coming in, because this is the dichotomy of the wrestling business. They bring in celebrities, right, to bring the celebrities' audience over to wrestling, because wrestling has always been a niche thing, and it's to try and get mainstream eyes on it. So you would get people over the years like Hugh Jackman, fucking Rampage Jackson for the UFC when he done the A-Team movie. The fucking A-Team was on Raw. So they've done this forever. They've done this since WrestleMania 1, and they had Liberace and Cyndi Lauper, because they're trying to get mainstream audiences' eyes onto wrestling. But the dichotomy is when you get them in the fucking ring. So you get like the Green Arrow guy, Stephen Amell, who's turned into like a super wrestling fan. He made a wrestling show because he fell in love with it so much. What do you do? Because you bring him in, right, and you want to make him look good because you've got his audience and you're trying to impress his audience and make them wrestling fans. So you want to make him look good, but you can't make him look good at the expense of a real wrestler who is the core of the reason that you've got an audience in the first place, right? Your audience, you're betraying your audience. And that is why back in the day, people fucking hated when WCW put the World Championship on David Arquette, because he was an actor and they were trying to get a mainstream audience, and they put the belt on an actor that is sacred. The heavyweight title, the big gold, they put it on a fucking actor at the expense of the talent that they had at the time that they could have did that to. Oh, I love this shit. So this is the whole thing. But McAfee is like a step up for that. He's accepted. People love Pat McAfee, and the dude was super athletic. He was believable, and I've never seen him wrestle before. I've heard him commentate a good few pay-per-views and he's cracking. But he wrestled the perfect match that he should have. He never once looked stronger than Gunther. He never once, you know, it was always Gunther was in charge. The ring general going to be the one leading the match with, you know, the very athletic but still non-wrestler. And I thought they done it great. And I was a fucking big fan of the whole thing. Let's see here. I hated Gunther at first because I didn't understand the character. I'm like, what the fuck is this? He just chops people. I hate chops. I hate that shit. But it's one of the only things I've ever agreed with Bret Hart about. Whiny fucking Bret Hart. Greatest ever, my horse. It's an art form to professional fucking wrestling. It's supposed to make it look real. The chops, the way he does it, it's real. You're just literally just slapping the guy really hard in the chest. There's no artfulness about that at all. So I seen Gunther as was this big guy just chopping people. I was like, ugh, get to fuck. That's I couldn't. Everybody said the match with him and Sheamus was a banger. 5 out of 5. I couldn't watch it. Couldn't fucking watch him. I'm not watching the two guys just slap each other. There's no art to that. So didn't watch it. I'm sure it's a fucking great match, but I just didn't like. No, I love Gunther. I'm a huge fan of Gunther. He's definitely my top 3 guys that I like right now. Because literally for that storyline with the Usos, when he had the heavyweight belt and he lost it to one of the Usos. Again, sorry, don't know what one's what. But he had the both of them in the ring and he tied one of them up. He tied the one up. The main event, fucking Yeet, the Yeet one, they tied him up to the ropes and beat the fuck out of the other brother right in the middle of the ring, bloodied him, and oh my god, it was heartbreaking for the Usos, but I was like, oh, that's a villain. That is a fucking villain, alright. That was great. So ever since then, I've loved Gunther. I've been on Gunther's side, and so this all led to the shit when Pat McAfee, and now we're at this match. So I just want to get in the notes because there's some funny stuff in the notes. There was a sign that said start filming Barbie 2 so Cena leaves. I thought I was cracking. Sponsored by Karate Kid. What the fuck is that all about? How's a movie sponsoring the fucking pay-per-view match? There's a Karate Kid movie coming out, Karate Kid Legends coming out at the end of this month. That's like tying in the fucking Cobra Kai and Jackie Chan version of Karate Kid and making it the same universe. So they're advertising this match in the pay-per-view. Do you really need to sell every single inch of your real estate? Must everything be for sale? Fucking movie is sponsoring this match. Okay, McAfee, fucking man, I'm telling you, dude is a super athletic, fair fucking play. I thought he done brilliant. And it played out like a real wrestler versus everyman. He let McAfee have his flurries and stuff, like the super kick part was all great. Cole comes in, and that was kind of like the whole thing with the Usos. He was beating up McAfee and he was helpless, and he was like showing him to Cole. that was brilliant. It sets up Gunther as this monster heel. And I was loving it, thinking he's so vicious. He's super fucking vicious. Like Iron Sheik, because he's legit. He's putting on legit wrestling moves onto him, right? Crisp fucking real naked jokes, and just great, right? Just super heel stuff. And then at the end, he gets up and he gives him and Cole respect. I think, where did they end? Are they turning him face now? No, you're finally setting up a dude who is a monster heel. In ring, superb. Get him another belt and make him an unbeatable champion again. Fucking loved it. But no, they're going to turn him fucking like a good guy. So let's see. And now we're at the match, aren't we? Oh, yeah, dancer. Backlash.
Winners write history.
They're doing a wee recap. Let's watch the recap because
the title comes home with me.
I loved all this. I loved all the Cena heel stuff.
No one in the WWE with the strength, the wisdom, or the ruthless
Oh, see, because I thought it was great that he's saying he's going to ruin wrestling, because that's just what everyone, the fans have said for years. And he's like, I'm going to be the last real champ. I'm going to the guy you fucking hate. I'm going to be your last real champion. Going to erase your legacy, Randy.
If you look at that class in OVW back in 2002, we were looking at the future of WWE.
Randy Orton and John Cena are amazing to watch rise together.
Bored to fuck watching Randy Orton versus John Cena, because that is right at the peak time when I was watching it. And like I said, dipped in and out. I'm kind of out now. Getting back into watching it more regularly because it's on Netflix, but back in the day we were fucking bored watching John Cena versus Randy Orton, so the only thing that has got me wanting to see it now is nostalgia. That's it. You're not killing my childhood, John. I'm nearly the same age as you, Mr. Cena. But no, it's not about that kind of, it's just like I remember being bored watching these two wrestle each other. Because they did it so fucking much. I always loved Cena though. I thought Cena was crying. I called it. I fucking called him as a main eventer as soon as he appeared as the fucking... He started as a bad guy. The Doctor of Thugonomics, wasn't he a face character? He's a heel character. So, and people hated him. I fucking loved him because I've always loved bad guys. It's no shock to me, he's a heel.
Guys wanted the exact same thing, and that's to be
the biggest star this business has ever
and
seen.
Randy Orton, I know, always so impressed with him in the ring. Obviously, he's in fucking incredible shape. What an athlete. But as a character, he bored the fuck out of me. It seemed to be the same match I watched hour and hour and hour again. I'm talking back in the day there, so that's why these matches were boring back then. But now, I think Orton's never been better. I love fucking Randy Orton these days. His character's brilliant, he's coming across, and his fucking promos are amazing. He was hilarious on the podcast I saw him do. Orton's amazing now. Cena's amazing now. I love in his promo he said, in this weird bizarro world where everybody loves me and you're a bad guy. It's like, because he was Super Cena back in the day and Orton was the king heel.
3 generations of your family is erased.
Ooh.
How dare you say that to me after everything we've been through? How dare you?
It is fun, man. It is fun to see them again. I must say, it is. They're getting me again. But you know they're not getting it to Randy. You know they're not getting it to him. I'm not going to watch the entrances. Fuck that. The entrances last longer than the matches. Especially Orton's. I'm sick of that song. I love Cena's entrance. I fucking love it, but it's all black and it's just John Cena and plain white text. Love it. He just walks out and the expression, he's got the belt backwards. And I'm like, what the fuck is he doing? What's he doing? It's like because he has the wee towel that he sets down and he just walks up to the ring and the camera's there so the camera sees the belt and the towel in it. Thing that you've seen John Cena sucks forever. John Cena half booed, then now forever. I see some of the signs. I don't know, sometimes though, I'm loving the whole Cena stuff on, but sometimes just no buying it. I'm just not buying it. Is it because I see him in other interviews and I see him fucking signing autographs for cunts and these videos turn up on Twitter? And you're like, spitting character. Bring back kayfabe. Make them all make us believe again. John Cena sucks. He fucking looked great. He's in fantastic shape, man. You get the hair plugs in as well. Good for you, John. There's no reason for you to be bald, man. John Cena's a notorious cunt for talking, though, isn't he? You know what I mean by that talking, as in calling the match, is like saying, right, suplex.
All the way to victory over Cody Rhodes, the one that led him to that record 17
fucking size of Randy Orton, man. I'm so happy that steroids are back in wrestling. I'm so fucking happy about that. Bring back Brock. All we need is to bring back Brock now, and wrestling would be perfect. The fucking steroids must be getting handed out in the back with a towel. And they'll check. There's your towel, Mr. Orton. There's your check. And here's your box of trend. Fuck me, he looks incredible, man. Good for you, Randy.
Triple H with 14. Wade. An incredible feat.
Just stop talking to each other. Talking. This is a storytelling element. Yes, this is the storytelling part of it. Shake hands. Yes, shake hands. No, Seal Hina when it. Seal Hina. Heel Cena when he do that. Oh, there you go. That's an old heel move. Poke the eyes.
John Cena obviously with his cheap little slap. That was just to play mind games. He knew it wasn't going to hurt Randy.
Got a cough button. Why are you hearing that?
Oh,
poke back in the eye again. Oh, no. He sold it so well there, John Cena. Fantastic.
And let me tell you, Cole, the difference at WrestleMania is that Cody Rhodes refused to take that low road with John Cena. He was too morally pure.
This is the thing where they were saying before. Who was it? It was the Arrow guy, Stephen Amell, said that it's the best piece of advice you ever got about wrestling. And Stephen Amell said Triple H told him, if you think you're doing something too slow, go even slower. And if you absolutely positively think you're going as slow as you can possibly go, slow down, right? Keep slow, just slow down. These two are perfect at that. These two are perfect at letting parts of the match breathe. Gives a wee chat, so it's no all that fucking sequence after sequence, jumping, high flying, fucking kicks and flips and all that piss shit. Doesn't he tell a story? This does. We've been in a headlock here for about a minute and a half.
So-called last real champ.
He had a tremendous sit-down interview with Randy on the Countdown show, Wade. Very open in a lot of the things that he talked about.
Yeah, and I'll tell you right now, this is by far the most mature version of Randy Orton I have ever seen. Oh, truly is.
See all cross-body around the shoulder tackle. It's fucking so simple. Stuff they probably did on their first day training. And it's perfect. It's executed fucking perfect.
And I think many people would believe Cena was a locker room leader for much of his career.
I completely dispute that. I think John Cena was about one man and one man only, and Randy actually echoed that in my interview with him throughout his career on top. John Cena put himself first and foremost, whereas somebody like Randy Orton is consistent.
Like Big Wade and all, man. I don't know, is he injured as fuck or something? I'd like Big Wade to come back. He's good in the commentating, but I thought he was a great wrestler.
To be the referee in that match because of this whole silly Nexus situation you were involved in.
There's nothing silly about the Nexus. I was a young guy trying to punch up and make a name for myself. That's all that was. You can't blame young guys taking shortcuts like that. But Randy Orton is a man who certainly doesn't need any shortcuts this evening. Physically built to perfection, and now John
Cena's doing the heel thing as he walking away for the match. I don't need it. I don't, especially as champ. I can get a count to do it. Fuck you. And I'll stay champ. I don't care. You take the win, Randy. Oh, Randy has to go. This is a fucking match for 1988 right now. We're happening. We're seeing it right now.
Randy Orton is saying, hell no, you ain't getting away that easy.
Yeah, Randy Orton is... He wants an opportunity at the championship. Of course, he has
Randy's talking to him there. Randy fucking talked into his ear. This is literally Hulk Hogan versus Roddy Piper.
Talked about was the fact that, and here's Cena now with a clothesline, was the fact that Randy finds himself in this unfamiliar position of getting cheered when it always used to be Cena getting cheered when he faced Orton in the past.
Yeah, it's unadulterated at this point, and let me tell you, the entire locker room in WWE is completely united behind Randy Orton, this spiteful megalomaniac that 2025 John Cena
Plus into Big Stu Bennett there, fucking hammering in at the heel commentary. Fantastic, phenomenal, love it.
He's currently in possession of.
Well, says he's going to retire with it because he's the, quote, last real champion.
I love biased commentary. I love it when they do that. Because it keeps in character.
Still impressed with the shape that John's able to maintain with the schedule that he has. Dude, I can't lose a pound if I try.
Physically incredible shape is John Cena.
Right, that's straight up to the turnbuckle in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is just old school as it fucking gets. This is before their generation, this kind of match. I don't know if I like that belt. I keep showing the belt. I like 17 time on it. I don't know if I like the look of that belt still. It's just like a big fucking logo. It should be representative of the whole thing of wrestling. It should have like a big eagle on it. That was the best belt. No, it's just a giant gold logo of the company. I don't like it.
Cover by Randy on Cena, and Cena kicks it too. Randy knew he wasn't going to pick up the win there. That was more psychological than anything else.
Well, that's the methodical pacing that has made Randy Orton one of the absolute greatest of all time. And
oh, the knee stomp.
Being targeted across the frame of John Cena.
I think we've named it the Orton Stomp by now.
The Orton Stomp, sorry, Michael Cole.
And you mentioned this, Wade, in the countdown, Sean. I thought it was really interesting, the methodical style of Randy Orton. That's the style that Cena.
He's pretty good selling it, old Cena. So he is. He really is.
John in that matchup, but now he's in
what do you think's going to happen? Is he going to fucking end his career as a bad guy? Even though arguably I think he did start it most of his career as a bad guy. The fucking Doctor of Thugonomics was a heel until people were like laughing at him. And it was ironic, but then they like him. And he was great. And then he started to be the more PG Cena. And that's when he was Super Cena, and the real fans hated him, but the Waynes loved him, the kids loved him. I mean, I think he should fucking just be like, right, take the belt right to the end, clearly have R-Truth, beat Cena for the belt, adios John, you can't be the last real champion, you can't take a belt away and retire. And then he'll retire after that. And Cena just retires as a fucking heel. Go for it. Why no?
Roadmap on how to excel on that low road and drop the hammer at the right time against John Cena, who certainly is not going to give up easily in this one.
Yeah, Cena looking for a sleeper now on Orton. Got him caught.
There's a move at all. Any move on Orton at all, they boo him like fuck.
Pressure on the body of Randy. Randy's massive frame able to hold John up at least momentarily, but John trying to wrestle him down to the mat.
Yeah, we saw that montage of the history between these two. You can see from the frame alone how much the physique of Randy has changed.
He's about 100 pounds heavier than he was in his fucking 2007, 2008.
Yeah, the Viper
looks amazing though. Fucking Randy Orton, you kidding?
Cena, more like a chin lock applied here. Wrestling John down to the mat now to one knee.
Randy's done a hell of a job of keeping his ego and his anger intact so far.
Oh, now John.
They're just trading
now remember,
real naked jokes. Cena's fucking talking right in his ear. You can see Cena when he talks all the time. You see him talk. They get better at that as an actor. He's done more movies now. He should be better at hiding that he's fucking talking. He's talking again, right? Fuck me, stop talking to him out loud.
Again, senior official Chad Patton.
Jesus Christ, they're having a whole conversation right now. They're literally having an entire conversation that thank you for changing the camera angle there, thank you. They just dropped the camera down to audience level into the ringside because they noticed Cena was fucking talking to him constantly. Jesus, John.
Cena did it. Now people are talking about the fact that nobody's ever going to get to 17, but if Orton's talking about hanging around another 10 years, he may do that.
Yeah, it's only Randy.
Orton another 10 years? Get to fuck. You know me. 5, and then he'll just pop in. Then he did another 10 years.
And John, and there's that spin slam by Cena, and John Cena's got Orton where he wants him. Will he give the fans what they want?
Muscle memory for Cena, and hats off to Cena, not even breathing heavy.
Oh, he's doing the 5-knuckle shuffle. Do you know, most of his moves are just because of his rivalry with Brock Lesnar, which was his first big rivalry, wasn't it? When Lesnar was first in it. Because his attitude, he's tried to do it to Randy now. The AA, it was the attitude adjustment was first called the FU. When Cena first did that, it was called the FU because Brock Lesnar's move started the same way, only he spun the guy, was the F5. Hey, so you owe everything to Brock, John.
Randy Orton doing what he does like nobody else.
And Cena's in trouble here. He's been in this position before.
Oh, Randy getting the DDT out from middle ropes. No, and a sunset. No, fucking a roll up. Oh my goodness me. What a terrible fucking attempt at the STFU. Oh, we'll go to in. We'll go to in. Sorry.
John trying to lock it in, but Randy Orton able to block at least momentarily. John's able to slip it in there, though. He doesn't have all of it. Is Orton now trying
oh my Christ, he's talking to him. He's here again. He's talking to him. They must be just calling this whole match in the ring then.
Of Randy Orton, but Randy perhaps at this point at least too powerful to allow him to do so.
And John Cena realizing that looks to grab and drag Orton back toward the middle of the ring. Randy creates some space.
Simply gotta stay away from the heaviest.
Going for it again. Come on, Randy. Yes, DDT in the middle of the rope. Yes.
DDT. And I think Randy, as he recuperates, may start hearing some voices.
This was the time when I didn't like this character. They were referring to the Viper and hearing the voices and the seed. Fucking bored with that. Like, ugh.
Randy shrugging off some pain in that lower back from that STF attempt.
Crowd are loving Randy, man. They're fucking loving him.
The Viper is coiled. The Viper is ready to strike. Went for the
no happening. Oh.
Cena now with Randy up on his shoulders. Attitude adjustment. Wait a minute.
The attitude adjustment. That started out being called the FU. They obviously stopped calling it FU because of the fuck you, but it was called the FU because Lesnar hit the F5. Both of them started with a guy on their shoulders like that.
And look at this. Right there. Yes. Cena went for the AA. Randy went for the RKO.
Oh, so he kind of get both. Oh, that wasn't translated well there, so they had to replay it a couple of times. He got an AA, but Randy also just turned it into an RKO.
Yeah, incredible. Cena delivering
this is awesome. It's very good. It's very good. It's very entertaining. Relax, fans.
There, but taking it away at the death is the unrepentant Viper.
Telling you, man, fucking wrestling has never been this popular. Ever. Arguably, it's never been this better either. They're kind of dropping the ball a wee bit with the storytelling in certain areas. I'm just being general here now because the matches, there's not much happening. Just trading blows. Doesn't seem like the match is going to build me anything yet. It's very even. They're not going to get to Randy. No way.
Now Randy Orton fires back. And a big uppercut by Randy.
Right, here's the thing, right? You've just thought that here, right? The Rock recently has been getting a lot of fucking backlash. Nah, it's no finishing yet. Because he didn't show up at WrestleMania. Is it fucking possible The Rock shows up right now and recruits Randy? Is this match at the end going to be Randy sells his soul to The Rock? Like The Rock turns up here and says, shut the fucking match off, stop the match, and then Randy turns around and nods to him or something, and then just lays down for Cena, and Cena pins him, and then they're just a faction. Randy's another member of them, or a better way of telling that story than I just kind of thought of, but is that possible? Could The Rock redeem himself because he's been taking a ton of shit recently on Twitter, X, excuse me, wherever, because of his whole fucking thing about it's a work and just denying the whole bit of that illusion of professional wrestling. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about here, but as a podcast called, it's not just a podcast, a radio show, Busted Open, one of the hosts of that called out The Rock for no being at WrestleMania. Rightfully so, by the way, rightfully so. And The Rock get back to him own Instagram, I think it was, saying it's all a work, Dave, it's all a work. Dave LaGreca, and I'm sure it's Dave LaGreca. It's all a work, Dave, you know that, we know that. Saying, basically, telling us, it's just all fake, shut up, why don't stop ranting, it's just all fake anyway, like it doesn't matter. And the wrestling community basically saying, fuck you, Rocky. So, maybe, could he turn up and redeem himself? And recruit Randy? Oh, he's trying to kick him in the head. Nope, we got for the AA again. Building some excitement.
Wow, well, Randy Orton did promise us a couple of weeks ago he was going to connect with a punt to the skull of John Cena. But that excitement, overcommitted, turned his back briefly, and Cena was ready to pounce. But equal to it, somehow still Randy Orton. And I'm looking over at Orton in the ring, he keeps wiggling those fingers. I don't know how much feeling is left in there.
Big fight atmosphere, 17,000 plus sold out St. Louis tonight. Our main event at Backlash. Cena.
What the fuck is he doing? He's just crawling down on the ground. Is he crawling down the ground to talk to him? Or is he making fun of he's John Cena's making fun of the Viper. That's pretty funny. He's making fun of the Viper. Oh, he's got a big massive, that's, you know, that's one of the things how you know somebody's not done the wrestling game in a while, is he's got a big massive bruise, kind of rash under his armpit, and that's for hitting the ropes a lot. Because if you don't hit the ropes a lot, you know, you don't get calloused in that area. Cena's getting like, so you know he's not been in the ring that much, and he's fucking, and he's still as good as old Cena ever was, by the way.
And now with Chad down, Cena with a third AA delivered to Randy, but John is very well aware there's no official right now.
Yeah, how many times do you see people dive on a pin in that situation? That is 25 years of experience of John Cena, knowing full well he's on a hide into nothing.
Oh, is something happening here? Is Cena's shushing us into the camera?
John is staring down at the title. Remember
What's going on? What's happening? Is this The Rock? Is The Rock coming?
Wouldn't use the championship.
Well, you can go as low as you want at this point.
Oh, he's going to get a belt. He's going to fucking smack Randy in the face for a belt.
Why? Why?
History. Pretty funny because they're saying 17 times now that's him beat Ric Flair, and now all of a sudden they're starting to advertise Ric Flair as 21 because he's always said that. He says, oh, it's middle at 21. Fucking. Oh, RKO and nowhere! Randy! Oh, cover. Never. Fucking never. Never, never, Randy. Never. They can't let you win in your hometown. They don't do that in the WWE. You don't do that.
Knew that was his opportunity. Cena is now reeling.
Damn it, I keep meaning to hit the cough button when I want to cough.
60 seconds this was. Swinging back and forth. Both men looking to be closing in on the win.
It actually looks like Roddy Piper's fucking, see the trunks that Randy Orton's wearing? It's like the Piper fire colours, the hot rods. Oh shit, oh shit. That's what I see, isn't it?
Oh boy, get the hell out of the way, Wade.
You don't have to tell me twice. Oh God, you remember that pent-up rage that was supposed to be targeted at Kevin Owens? It didn't just dissipate.
Oh, Kevin Owens, that's right. Randy had a feud with Kevin Owens and he got injured, obviously, and it was very personal, their feud, I guess. I don't know, I didn't really fucking catch much yet. But. Oh!
Oh man,
Patton went head first.
Somebody get a doctor over here. Chad went head first into the steps.
Yeah, Chad Patton's done.
And now John Cena.
Hear that?
Randy Orton off the ring post.
That was him hitting off the ring post. They're very well made.
With Randy Orton, speak some sense. Get him back in the ring, and that was the
fucking
moment John
crime bottles everywhere. What's that big stand for? We've got the big fake crime bottle and loads of the real ones next to it. What the fuck is that for? Sometimes they use it and hit people with it, but...
He's got that look on his face that he's loved every second of it so far. He's trying to embarrass and humiliate Randy Orton in his hometown.
Well, he's going to do that if he puts him through this table here. Just the scowl and the disgusting look on the face of A disgusted look, I should say, on the face of Cena. And now John with Randy Orton up.
Oh, we're going to get an 88 through the table.
Focusing on the announce table now. Randy Orton, though.
No.
He's got John up.
Orton's doing it.
Orton now. Look at this. Randy.
Orton putting Cena through the table. Oh, that's a cunty one now. Oh, Jesus. Guessing he should have broke the table. He didn't break the table, went right over the table. And oh, he just pulled the table apart. Cena just pulled the table apart. Oh, that was a harder move, by the way, than if it went right.
Bouncing off the table.
Spine first off this reinforced steel table.
And Randy's talking to himself now, and that's never a
I guarantee that hurt more than it would have if it had went correctly.
Where the hell do you want me to go?
That was almost as bad as the back injury that fucked Shawn Michaels for years. The way he hit that table was similar to the way Shawn Michaels' back hit the fucking casket.
Referee chat pattern is down, and I assure you, out. He's not coming back here.
Oh, Orton's talking to him. He's asking him if he's all right. He's asking. I seen it. I seen him there asking me, "You all right? Okay? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?"
I don't think he's done yet.
Got a lot of walking wounded on medical.
Wheatley vodka everywhere. Fuck me, man. There's every single inch. Every single inch.
Things are about to get even worse.
Vince McMahon would be dying right now.
Orton, who has found something he likes the look of.
I hope Vince does set up another company. I fucking hope he does. And I hope he gets Hogan. And I hope it to them reinvent wrestling again.
He's setting up a table, Wade. Randy Orton is now.
Why the fuck is Hogan and Bischoff setting up this amateur wrestling foundation? What the fuck? What the fuck? I've never in a million years when I love Hogan. I am a huge Hulkamaniac, always will be, right? Personally think he's the greatest pro wrestler of all time, so he's the GOAT. Hogan is, but there is not one fucking thing about him I think is real amateur style wrestling. For fuck's sake. I don't know, what is he doing? What's him and Bischoff up to? Oh, we've got an attitude adjustment for Randy to Cena through a table. Fuck me. Cena's back will be hurting. Till he's drinking a prime bottle. Fuck me. Aye, Randy drinking a prime bottle.
He's exerted this evening, you can't blame him, but John Cena looks banter right to this point.
I think Macho Man Randy, the ghost of Macho Man Randy Savage, that wee fucking fan dressed up like Macho is, I think he handed it to him. Because I thought maybe, is the prime bottles there for the wrestlers to drink out of when they're, you know, thirsty during the match? But it seemed like Randy Savage there handed it to him. Is this awesome? It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Oh my god, black currant. Oh my goodness me, that's so refreshing.
There's nothing stopping you. Guarantee victory. And Randy Orton now is
damn, I can press the cough button again. I'm sure you like hearing that.
Make it back to his feet. Orton is primed and ready. Randy Orton now.
RKO out of nowhere. Fucking crisp and beautiful, Randy. And there's a ref coming down. Never. Fucking never, Randy. You're no getting the belt, Randy. It's not your time. It's not your farewell yet. You'll probably get another belt, aye. You probably will. But it's not happening tonight, Randy. You can just tell the way the storytelling's going with the Cena character. No.
And tasting an RKO, John Cena refuses to die.
I'm not saying this like I'm watching this. I know that fucking Cena wins. I'm saying it as in like they're right in the storytelling beats that they're doing. They're right in the no being Randy Orton, and they're right every time he doesn't get the pin. Oh my god, every official. Is that Nick Aldis coming down? Why don't you just fucking, how can you not just put you know what I mean? You're Nick Aldis, you just do a 3 count. You could just be a referee. Do you need to be a referee in a t-shirt that's all stripy for the count to work? Or can you know just count it? You're a boss. Do you know what I mean? It'd be like, it doesn't make sense there. You should have just counted them.
Yelling at Aldis, the general manager.
Get another referee, Nick.
Ain't many left.
Nah, you should be mad, Randy. You should be mad. Oh, they're setting up a feud with him and Aldis, aren't they? They've got to be. Oh, it's just Horn and RKO's real sweeties here. They're all fucking, they're lining up. They're taking them. Jamie Noble's there. That's me, Jamie Noble. They're all fucking taking them. Look at this. He cleaned the ring out. Brilliant. That's Randy Orton getting a hometown. Fuck aye. Cena's lying there just like a champ in the corner, just fucking hanging about waiting for his cue to do something next.
And who can blame Randy Orton for losing his rag at this point?
He had the title won a number of times in this match. John Cena is defenseless in the corner. Randy Orton is backing up into position.
He's going to punt him in the nut. That's it. Right in the fucking melon. Punt him in the nut. Oh, there's R-Truth. They're doing this to set up R-Truth to be the champ, and I think it's fucking amazing. Oh, they RKO'd him. I'm telling you. Cena's last fucking thing is he's going to lose the belt to Truth. He has to do it. He has to, fuck's sake. He deserves it, doesn't he? R-Truth is like the fucking funniest guy in the wrestling. He'd be a great champ. It'd be a comedy thing. He wouldn't have it long, obviously, no. But it would be a great thing for Ron Killings to get in his fucking career, and well deserved. But he's no the kind of character that would have one of the dominant runs. Have it for a couple of pay-per-views or something like that. There we go. That was good. That was a fucking decent pay-per-view. It really was very good. It was very good.
I don't even know what to say anymore, except the fact that the old John Cena never, in a million years, would have taken a victory like that.
Well, this is
which is what made him special. Wade, that is what made John Cena special.
Well, you're a reformed fanboy like a lot of people at this point, but this is the most desperate, soulless John Cena we have ever seen. Crucially,
they're fucking just pressing it, going, you need to hate him, he's horrible, he's horrible, he's so horrible.
He wants to retire the title, the last real champion in his mind, and I mean,
I love all that. I love that because he's playing on the whole thing that people always hated him, and that the core fans of pro wrestling are going to hate the fact that the guy they always hated is going to be their last real champ, beating Ric Flair. It's just fucking so funny, man. So good.
His frustration, just
an RKO party. Anyone?
They're just walking into the RKOs.
Our producers, our executives.
Fucking fit as Randy Boy. You know, hard as doing that, just bump after another. Jesus, man. R-Truth. There does been the replay, then I just wanted to say this.
To save his long time,
bump to a fucking champ.
And then, of course, with the officials still out, that was delivered the low blow weight, and then it was just a...
No, it was a low blow because he won by a low blow. There you go. There was Backlash. There was the final match, the main event, Cena and Orton again. It was nice, I guess, for the history books, really, for Cena's farewell tour to have another big, high-profile pay-per-view, PLE, innit? It's premium live event. Don't talk about money. Don't talk about money. No. Pay-per-view. No. Call it premium live event. So it's very good for Cena and Orton to have another one of them before Cena fucking retires. It was decent. Aye, it was decent. But it's always a minor pay-per-view. So it's kind of important storyline-wise because it's right after it's the aftermath of WrestleMania. But it's a minor one. The next big one is SummerSlam. So there better be something fucking awesome happening with Cena in SummerSlam. Him, Truth, that's going to all come to an end. He can't have the belt much longer. He can't, because they're holding it up then. Because we know he's finishing at the end. He's not going to retire as the fucking last real champ. They're never going to do that, because then they would have to create another belt. They're never going to do that. So how are they going to finish that? But it was fun. And now we'll have a wee Raw recap, and then we're out. CM Punk appeared. No seen Punk in a while. He's there dragging Paul Heyman. Fat son of a bitch. You know? Scott Steiner. Rollins taking that wee leap, that step up in conjunction with Paul Heyman, setting up a great faction with Braun Breaker. Sami Zayn interjects himself into it. I'm not a big fan of Sami Zayn. I don't get the fucking hype. I've not seen a lot of his matches right enough. Maybe that's my fault again. So maybe that's me hating when I don't really get it. Usos champ. I'm not a big Yeet guy either. Is this me going to be complaining about this whole fucking thing? I'm no big on the Yeet. He's a very good in-ring performer. I don't give a fuck about his Us. He was good as a side guy in the Bloodline thing, but as a heavyweight champ, I want Rollins to have that belt, because I loved his run as the inaugural heavyweight champ. He made the belt mean something. The working man's belt. It kind of represents the big gold. Really, it's like an evolution come for the big gold that was the centerpiece belt, of course, for NWA, WCW, but taken on by Raw after the fucking Monday Night Wars. So there's a lot of good lineage to that belt as well. And I think not that Jey Uso doesn't deserve it, because he's been there for fucking donkey's years. But to me, I guess I'm one of these old school guys. He's a fucking, he's a tag team wrestler. And Seth Rollins does need that belt, and he should get that fucking belt. That sets it up for Saturday night's main event. We've got Punk and Sammy versus Rollins and Breaker. So that's a decent tag match. I'm guessing that'll probably be the main event. This is the main storyline, really, the new they're going with. So I love Breaker. I'm a huge fan of Braun Breaker. So him and Rollins, fantastic. Can't wait for that. Right after that, we had Chad Gable, my man, fucking Chad Gable, wrestling his arse off against Penta, killed it. Chad Gable is the second coming stroke, the evolution of Kurt Angle. Krangle! And he's not even hiding, he's leaning into it. I mean, then the fucking "you suck" chants never lie. He is elite wrestler. His character is finally coming through. It's very much the kind of comedy Kurt Angle sort of thing, but I love it. I fucking absolutely love it. And then after that, right enough, there was a wee backstage segment with Sammy and Punk, and that segment convinced me that they could be the fucking tag team that I didn't know that I wanted. It might give Sammy the wee rub for Punk and fucking elevate his game a wee bit. It's a tag match, the War Raiders versus American Made, which was just fucking so good. The crowd were chanting at New Day, who were just commentating on it, so the crowd did not give a fuck about that match. AJ, Finn Balor, typical fucking well executed match. Two veterans of the game. Very good, very enjoyable match. Decent episode of Raw. Ended on a women's match, who cares? Karrion Kross is missing. I read afterwards when I watched this on Twitter, he was in the backstage part, somebody walking out. Was it fucking Charlotte or something? Walking out at the end. That guy is the #1 merch seller right now in WWE. His shirt is #1. That always meant something. His documentary on YouTube, Killer Kross, is phenomenal about the whole WrestleMania weekend where he competed in the Josh Barnett's Bloodsport. Phenomenal documentary. He cut an amazing promo. The documentary is based around about this amazing promo that he cut about being left off the card in his hometown. You know, the crowd are all behind him. Guy's an incredible talent. Where the fuck is he? The audience are speaking to you again, WWE. Where is Killer Cross? Where is he? And now...
I can't hear the song because you're singing over it like a genius.
End of the show. Bumper extravaganza episode. It can only end one way. With the boss. Featured we have to say, as a bonus track on his underwhelming 2009 album Working on a Dream, but first heard over the end credits of Darren Aronofsky's 2008 modern classic, the masterpiece The Wrestler, featuring Mickey Rourke's greatest performance. We have Bruce Springsteen with The Wrestler. Hit it, boss man.
Have you ever seen a one-trick pony in the field so happy and free? Have you ever seen a one-trick pony and you've seen me? Oh. Have you ever seen a one-legged dog making his way down the street? If you've ever seen a one-legged dog, then you've seen me. And you've seen me. I come and stand at every door. You've seen me, I always leave with less than I had before. You've seen me, but I can make you smile when the blood it hits the floor. Tell me, friend, can you ask for anything more?
Oh, fuck it, what a song, man!
Tell me, can you ask for anything more?
See you next time, gangsters.